Sundays for the man. Got Sundays for the man. Sundays for the man. Got Sundays for the man. We're talking Sundays for the man. Got Sundays for the man. Sundays for the man. Sundays for the man. You got Sundays for the man. Roxbury Softball. Got Sundays for the man. Sundays for the man. Sundays for the man. You got Sundays for the man. Sundays for the man.
That sounded terrible.
Welcome back to the Sundays are for the Men podcast. You know where we are. Mayor's Committee of Roxbury. It's March 1st, 2019. Officially hot stove season for Roxbury Softball. We'll get into it. But first, who do you got? Well, you got me, Rick Diffendale. To my left, and working our way around, clockwise, we have former Mayor of Roxbury, Alex Diffendale.
Nice jewel, Zack.
We have former Mayor of Roxbury, Anthony Alaco.
Trotter has a fake girlfriend.
That is, facts are facts. We have, and that's AJ Harrison sitting here to Double A's left. We got Zack Morano in the house.
Brendan Nimmo is a hot wife.
We have, always,
Fact.
William
Fact.
Trotter.
Hi.
Dynamite. And we have the man himself, Cobby Cobberts.
AJ is a large individual.
That is also true. Well, you know what? We're here.
We're stating facts.
SFM podcasts, where you find all the facts. So starting off,
In case
it's-
anybody didn't know.
no, we know. And it's been a long winter since Mardi Gras, so we have a lot to catch up on. And just throwing it out there. Anyone who wants to chime in, how's your winter going? What have you been doing? Anybody, go.
Well, Ricky and Alex are in love, so
That's true.
that's
I have a fake girlfriend.
and Trotter is in love too. But
Love is in the air.
Hey, did anybody
In
else not
Roxbury.
name their fleshlight?
No, it's nice coming home to a warm body.
hey, nothing wrong with that. In
So, yeah,
Trotter's
it's
case,
true.
it's a pillow. But
Treated in the ham sandwich.
Wow, Billy, they're just really on you, and every bit of it is warranted.
Shit happens when you don't get laid.
I'll tell you what's not on him.
Well, other than that, how's the winter going? How's it treating you? We're in March now. So how are things, Zachary?
Can't complain.
I love it.
Right?
Well-
How are things with you, Rick?
Things are
Is it
fantastic.
heating up, huh?
you
Things
know,
are really heating up. A little hot stove for a reason.
the Islanders are in first place, so
Settle
things are
it
pretty
down
good.
with it. I thought it would take at least 10 minutes.
left.
Before we had the
Pajama
first
boy.
Islander
He's a
reference.
snake.
The first Islander reference comes within the first 3 minutes of the program.
And Sean Avery's still a chode.
But you know what? He's goddamn
Cool
funny.
hat, though. Cool hat.
It was
He's
a
really
very
funny.
nice hat. The hat made it.
Was it Sean Avery or was it Pharrell Williams? You couldn't tell.
Fuck for real.
Seriously, fuck Pharrell. And fuck that song.
He looks like a fake person. He looks plastic.
Who, Avery?
Yes.
Well, a lot of scar tissue on that face. He took his lumps.
A lot of moisturizer. too.
Well, yeah. Well, if you're not using moisturizer, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
I use it, not on my face.
You need it. You get dry skin in the winter.
You've got to moisturize. You work outdoors. Like,
That
come on.
cold New York wind. If you don't moisturize your face, you're doing it wrong.
You work
My hands
outdoors
are
and it
rough,
shows.
But I work with my hands. I work with my hands.
At work, or
So
You
does
don't have to
Trotter.
go to work.
you can have a girlfriend and work with your hands.
Work and pleasure.
AJ, the ban has been lifted. You're sitting here on the podcast. How's it feel? When you
He's a man of few words. Man of few words.
when you react and you don't speak, they can't see it.
We have another Trotter, so that's good. And Greg.
At least AJ's here. Greg might be dead.
I can't say that I'm happy to be here.
Best
Yeah,
case
but
scenario, Greg's
you're
dead.
also very happy to be here.
I'm happy to be out of the house.
There you go.
There's a slight difference.
Billy, you've been taking it from all angles within the first 2 minutes of the inaugural program of 2019. How's your winter going?
Until now, it was great.
Up until 3 seconds ago.
Until 10 minutes.
So Trotter, how was your fake Hinge date the other day?
What'd she get you for Christmas?
It was a Bumble date.
It was a Bumble date?
Oh, that one. That was an actual date. That time I got laid.
An actual date.
The actual date. We went to.
She
to-
got him.
Fucking your fleshlight
Can
does
you
not count as getting laid.
She got him a shoebox.
Yeah, can you tell us about it in graphic detail, please?
No, because that's disgusting.
Yeah, got something to eat, and then went and got something to eat.
Exactly.
Nice. Hinge.
All right.
Well, I recommend Hinge for everybody out there. We are sponsored by Hinge.
We are not sponsored by.
The SFM podcast brought to you by Hinge.
Yes.
The snapbacks are coming soon.
It's where it's at. All right, so yeah, I guess everybody's having a good winter except for Cobb, because he didn't say anything. Unless you, are you
Because it's
ready?
the day that ends in Y. So
He's
Cobb's-
taking his metformin and he looks good.
Cobby Castaways over here.
Cobb, you rocking the palm tree big time.
He
And
knows a
again-
good hat when he sees one.
The hat's fine, but another person that just doesn't recognize that if you nod, it doesn't show up on the microphone. So we kind of threw this together.
He doesn't have access
it's-
to a microphone.
I thought he was ready. No, I'll turn it.
Yeah, you're hogging it.
I heard that.
There he is. Okay, Cobb's here. Just so you're all clear on it. So we threw this together. We decided yesterday to do it today, right, Bill?
Yeah.
So you're happy, I could tell.
Totally.
And Anthony threw together an agenda, and the first thing was, to be cordial and say what's up. So what do we got coming up here? What are we talking about?
Next on the agenda is Billy Ryan.
Right.
I don't know how you want to lead into that.
So, I mean, obviously a somber moment and a moment to get serious. We lost one of the good ones, one of the best ones down here, Bill Ryan. And if anyone has anything to say, share a story real quick. Just honor his memory. Anyone.
The story that comes to mind is when he made fun of Dennis Cook about buying hot dogs, and he called him a cheap asshole. That's the thing. I'll never forget that, and it was one of the funniest things in my life.
Oh, God.
Really, and all truthness, he was a really nice guy, a really honest guy, and he loved softball. He loved playing with his kids at the field, and we'll miss him. He was a good guy.
Absolutely. One of the
All
best
around
guys.
Solid guy. One of the best guys I know.
One of the biggest fans of softball down here. He would be at every game. Didn't matter who was playing, he'd be there. But Corp games, if there was nobody on the bleachers, he'd be sitting on the top of the bleachers, and he'd be more pissed off if we lost the game than anybody on the team. So we'll miss him. He always had advice for you, always had a good thing to say, always good conversation, everything. But yeah, he'll be missed this summer. Absolutely.
I
meet
wouldn't.
again.
I wouldn't have became mayor if it wasn't for him. He convinced me to run again unopposed, and he kind of you know what, Rick, just do it. No one throws the hat in the ring. It's yours. Whatever.
He
It's
anointed
open.
you.
Go ahead.
I don't
So,
think you needed that much convincing.
Well, absolutely not. I mean, I planned to do it anyway, but he kind of took care of it. He was like, you know what? If no one runs, it's yours. We want it. Don't worry about it. So yeah, we'll absolutely miss Mr. Ryan around, and it's a shame. And he was one of the best down here.
was.
So hats off to Mr. Ryan, and it just won't be the same around here without him. What do we got coming up next here, Anthony? We getting to some softball stuff or what?
Yeah, early season preview / any known roster additions.
Oh, God. Well, I'll tell you right now, straight up from the Goons, I'm not sure yet. As far as additions, we've had some names thrown around since the season ended on the highest of high notes for the Goons, as you could be with
Hottest
5
team
wins.
in Roxbury Softball.
Well, regular season team.
Sean Biggs.
Sean Baggs is not here tonight,
Clutch.
but he saved the franchise and proved that he's the most clutch player and maybe one of the most clutch players in the history of this game down here.
Boy.
He just comes off the bench and rakes. But I don't know. I don't know about additions. I won't even drop any names. I've heard some things.
It's a typical young gun move. Come up with 9 ideas, none of them come through.
Well, we'll see. Either way, we're playing. So I don't know if anyone. I mean, you're
Do you have any subtractions?
Do we?
Well, it's down.
We do have one, we have at least one subtraction that I'd rather not bring up on the air.
No.
That's fair. I know what you're talking about.
How about you, Castaways? What's going on? We're one pathetic loser.
I thought we were in the junior and Terrence sweepstakes. I made my pitch, but I don't think it was
Who's got the
Yeah, but
heard.
I don't think. What do you think they're gonna do?
We're going to get into that later on. But,
At this
You
point,
mean
it's like
besides
Machado
bang
and
each other?
Harper. This time
Hey,
it's like Machado and Harper. Who gives a fuck? You're playing softball. Honestly, last year I made my decision December. Make your fucking decision.
I made my decision too
Wake
early.
me up.
I started a new team quicker than they could choose a team that already exists.
You're welcome.
You started a new team 2 years before you had a team.
so you thought you were in?
False.
You thought you were in on that sweepstakes? It's not
We're
looking
gonna
like
be
it.
light blue and tie dye.
Is it really a sweepstakes?
What'd I say
A sweepstakes?
yesterday?
Are they leaving? Or
What
are
did
they-
I?
We don't fucking know, AJ.
What did I say yesterday? That I hang out with more guys on the court more often than I did hang out with more guys on the Young Guns.
It's not your
I
fault.
take
that young
offense
guns
to
don't
that.
hang out.
No.
I take offense to that.
I didn't say everybody in the Young Guns, did I? Did I say everybody?
I
No.
take offense to that.
You should.
All right.
But-
come on. Jeopardy's starting. Let's hurry this up.
But then Trotter said, "Why didn't you play for the Castaways?" Because the Castaways didn't exist until I left the Young Guns and went to the Corp.
He's right, you
which
know.
opened the door for the Castaways to come.
You
to
left one
fruition.
team, you couldn't leave another?
That was my point.
Come,
Not
baby,
yet.
Come, baby, baby,
I listen. I spent 14 years, 14 fucking years on your team.
Yeah, what are you gonna fucking berate him like Tavares? He gave his heart and soul to that team.
No, at least he was honest and say he was staying. He said I'm leaving, and he left.
True.
You know
All
what?
right.
We're gonna get the rubber snakes.
Throw some fucking snakes at him.
And I gave you plenty of notice.
Throwing the snakes.
I gave
at
you
him.
fucking 6 months.
He did. And then the team immediately folded an hour after he declared.
So
But
yes, the Junior and Terrence sweepstakes. I don't know where we stand
fuck,
because
I don't want to call it a sweepstakes. AJ's
nobody
right. Let's not call
nobody
it a
knows
sweepstakes.
where they go.
Who cares?
I know where they're going. Into each
they
other's
banging? Yeah,
beds. Yeah, I said it, Terrence and Junior. Come see me. You know where to find me.
What about the phlegm? Any moves?
No, not that I know of. We're in spring training right now, looking at some new prospects, but nothing really runs to mind.
All right, but so roster additions isn't really a hot topic.
So you have none.
It's
None.
It's a
I know.
slow
Wait.
offseason.
And
What guy from Broad Channel did the Bombers get this year?
we have none to discuss for any teams that we know of.
Nothing concrete that I know of.
The hot stove is
We could just get into Junior and Terrence and start making fun of them. 'Cause I'm kind of okay with that.
Yes, I was ready to do that.
Who wants to kick this off?
You go.
They come as a package deal.
What?
It's a package deal.
First of all, the thing that I found to be the saddest thing that I heard was that they want to announce where they're going on a podcast,
That will not happen.
which A, will never happen
I
because
was almost for it just because, it's more, we can make fun of him again.
Stay with the Bombers.
they're not LeBron. Neither one of them is LeBron, so they're not getting a show dedicated to where they go.
The fact that LeBron did it was fucking ridiculous.
They are dedicated listeners, though. I'll give them that.
You know what? That and 275 get you on the fucking bus.
And
All
a flute without holes is not a flute.
And a flute without holes is not a flute. And yeah, so and they're banging each other. They moved in together. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're docking. Maybe they're not docking. Maybe Greg's joining in on the dock. I'm not sure. But all I know is
You're really like killing your chances of signing them. For what you do. It is only March.
They're staying with the
going to
Bachers.
the-
Reverse psychology is not working.
So here it is. Here it is. You go around the table. First thing that comes to mind, Terrence and Junior will play for go.
Bachers.
Bombers.
The Bockers.
Billy,
Bonkers.
Kabi.
Bonkers.
I say Bachers also. I mean, that they're staying. This
Daddy. Daddy wasn't there.
I think they're going to the Bombers.
Really?
Yes.
That would just be the lamest thing. Oh, my God.
The rich get richer. That's what happens.
Doesn't get any lamer than that. All right, hold on.
Somebody's
So,
got to beat the Bombers this year. If I have to
honestly-
keep looking at that trophy in Anthony's window,
Hold
I'm
on a
gonna burn his
second.
house down.
Let's
Stop looking in his house so much.
let's start this with this. The Bombers did win a championship last summer. We never talked about it on the podcast.
They've done it so many times. Who cares?
At St. John's Day, I did tell some of them in the throes of alcohol that I would mention it on the next podcast. So,
We mentioned
yeah.
it. Move on.
The Bombers won again, and then the fucking Patriots won again, and also the world keeps spinning. So,
And the corp choked on Sunday.
Everybody seems very salty around here. My hat's off to the Bombers. Congrats.
there is a guy
Congratulations, Bombers.
in the major leagues named Quackenbush, and they were making a big deal out of it on Twitter. I'm like, we've been talking about that for years.
And he's not. And Quackenbush isn't a good player. Remember
Dirt the
that?
skirt, Murph.
He's not a first round pick.
Yeah, he's not a first round pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Murphy, the
better
newest
than the
Roxbury
fucking
resident, is in the house.
guy's a
Mike,
stud.
scream hello. That wasn't a scream.
We should ask Murphy. Murphy, any roster additions for the Phlegm?
That was a no for those
Hard
of you
no.
listening at home.
Hard
Wait, breaking news though. Murphy rehabbed his shoulder, and he should be a better player this year, throwing the ball to first base.
Sports. It's in the game.
And he's a homeowner.
And
A homo?
Murphy puts the
Nerf?
homo in homeowner.
Congratulations, Mike.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I got a housewarming gift for you. I'll get it later. Saw it on Amazon. I was like, yeah, you might like that.
All right, so the Bombers
what
won.
is it?
Great. Congratulations, Bombers.
Wouldn't you like to know?
We would like to know. Tell us off the air at the next
Show
break.
you later.
It is an Adriana Chechik fleshlight.
Speaking of that, I just found out like last week that porn stars had their own fleshlights.
Yes, it's molded after.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
So,
crazy.
who are you
She
interested
likes
in?
butt stuff, though, so... Is it
I don't know. I haven't done enough studying in that area.
No. Trotter, there's
It has dual capabilities.
there's different inserts.
Is it dishwater compatible? That's all I care about.
I saw
gotta
one
be
that looked like a
dishwasher
mouth. I saw one
All
that looked
right.
like a butthole.
Moving on.
This is madness.
just pure Purell in there, you know. It stinks.
Oh, my God. In heaven.
No, dishwasher friendly.
Anyway, what's next on the agenda
If you
after?
get the butthole one, you got to draw brown.
Well, this is
around the
just
rim.
this is dragging on.
It's got
All right, moving on. Ricky,
Tomorrow is Rockaway St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
What are our plans?
Well, I'll tell you.
Cobb's got the bagpipe all tuned up, ready to go.
I'm not just blowing your bagpipe over here, Cobb. Anyway, it's
Are you
supposed to
free
be.
balling tomorrow or no?
If he doesn't, I'll cut his underwear off.
Remember, Cobb. If
That was a
if it
traumatic
don't have
experience.
holes, it ain't a bagpipe.
Yeah, I'll take a tap.
From what I understand, it's supposed to be a pretty shitty day weather-wise
No,
tomorrow.
it's gonna clear up.
Yeah, it's gonna clear up in
It'll
the
be
afternoon.
fine. The show must
It's
go
never
on.
nice on St. Patrick's Day, ever.
Couple people be out there throwing fresh dirt around. It'll be good.
I mean, I can recall a couple years where it's been really nice out. All
Couple wheelbarrows with flat tires, you know.
We'll get a little speed dry.
right, that's fine.
We're gonna
Yeah, I
meet
mean,
Trotta's fake girlfriend.
what is the
tomorrow.
move tomorrow?
I'm staying in bed all day tomorrow.
Trotta will be out in Rockaway tomorrow for
Have to
sure.
watch the dog.
Oh, she might shit in the house.
Lucy, you pooped in the house, and I
Trotter
had
has
to
a
pick it
10-year-old
up.
dog.
Is that
has
his
to
dog's
babysit
name or his
still.
fleshlight's
I've never
name?
heard anything like it in my life.
And you ate a whole wheel of cheese?
They don't know how to train animals in the Trotter house.
I'm not even mad.
You gotta hop that dog in the ass.
All right, so Billy's gonna stay home with his dog. That's his plans.
That's 10
My
years
plans are to be, in Rockaway, hanging out with my friends
And girlfriend.
and girlfriends. I'm meeting the matriarch of the family tomorrow.
She won't remember.
Big deal. Well, still meeting her, and I'm gonna give her my all. I'm gonna, best first impression you could possibly give.
I've met her 3 times. She has no idea who I am.
Great game.
And also more.
What's happening right now?
You want? Boys, want
Gonna
some
warm up with
Just
some
gonna
Rams
give you
piss.
a jar of yak piss. Ram piss. Sorry.
Yak piss.
Sorry. The urine of a ram.
This is the worst podcast I've ever been a part
This is
of.
my favorite podcast I've ever been in. Everyone just screaming into the microphones. This is how you come out in 2019 and do a podcast when you have nothing to talk about.
All right.
What's next on the agenda? We're getting toward the end of the agenda. This could be a quick little.
Ricky and Wallace dueling banjos.
You wrote dueling pianos. Now we're saying
AKA
banjos. It's dueling
penis.
guitars,
Banjo.
dueling schlongs,
Dueling schlongs.
which I'm confident that I might win. No offense to
Can
Mike.
strum better.
So we're gonna really see how bad Ricky is when Wallace is playing right next to him.
I figured this is how the conversation was going to go.
It's gonna be some serious
is there
beef
gonna be
going on.
singing,
Biggie
or
and
is it
Tupac
just-
have beef.
No,
right
it's-
Have you ever
now.
gone to a dueling piano bar?
It should be.
Can't say that I have.
We hand your request.
He did not come to Charlotte.
That's what it's
then.
going to be.
So you put a list of songs out, right?
Correct.
Each of you, and we could write a song down, and we hand it to you to play.
I'm aware of how the system works, and I'm into it.
that. I like that.
Yeah, you get two. We go back and forth. If each of us knows a song the other one's playing, you join in. It could be a good time.
Will you learn N-words in Paris?
Of course.
If you don't know the thong song, I'm boycotting the whole thing.
It's already in the bank. It's already in the bank. So we don't know when we're going to do this, though, right? We're talking maybe Final Four, which is April 6th in the evening, we hope.
Do it.
Because as I said, I'm booked solid during the day. Charity fundraiser in Staten Island. But
It's all for the kids.
afterwards, settle down, all right?
Why not just make it an extra thing?
Oh, Murph.
What do you mean?
Don't pile on the Final Four.
Thank you, buddy.
Do it separately.
I feel like if you have the party during the Final Four, people are going to come up here, watch the Final Four. We'll dueling guitars. Me and Mike Wallace. It could be a day. We could have a day.
Or nobody will pay attention
You're
to you.
not
and everybody
coming.
will
You're
watch
not
the game.
coming anyway. You won't be here.
You're probably right.
And someone beefed, and I hate it.
It was me.
It definitely wasn't me because I'm gonna shit if I fought.
Oh my god.
Oh, not this again.
I had another idea too. I was thinking about maybe organizing a Mets trip.
Okay, talk to me.
I think it's May. What's the day before Memorial Day?
I think it's the 25th or the 26th.
25th.
So is it a Friday? It's a
Sunday.
A Sunday.
We're off that
Sunday.
Monday.
Would that interfere with
No, the
the?
one pitch is Saturday.
It'll be the day after the one pitch.
I kind of like where your head's at.
We'll get a
right now, to be honest
bus, make a day of it, go to the Mets game. I think it's a day game.
with you. Day game.
We'll hit
Did you
McFadden's.
say where it was? I missed it.
What?
Did you say where it was? I wasn't paying
City
attention.
Field.
City Field. The
Oh,
Mets.
it's a home game. It's not a trip.
No.
Just
Yeah,
going to a game.
Excuse me.
We're getting a bus.
If we're
though.
going
You wanna
together
go
on a
San
bus,
Diego?
it's a trip.
Baltimore, maybe.
By that time, you'll be a
Last time
Florida.
you didn't even go to the game. Last time you went to Baltimore, AJ.
We're not going to talk about where we went.
You came back all bruised up though, because your brother kicked your ass.
Me too.
Oh no, he was also bruised up. So were you?
Yeah, equally bruised.
Why were you doing this?
No one can see that on the radio.
We were doing stuff.
No, it was fine. It was a hell of a game, and the Mets lost on a walk-off
Yes.
home run by Jonathan Scope.
We saw
And
that.
I got my free shirt.
All right.
Proof he was at the game.
He calls it a shirt. Al calls it a nightgown.
Yes.
And Moo Moo.
By the way, I am running a March Madness pool. $100 a box. If you're interested, let me know. I still have plenty of boxes. I'm trying to get rid of it.
He's
for the
desperate to sell these
It's for the
things.
championship game.
Contact
So you have time.
Anthony Alaco.
Yes.
Or
Talk
come
about
up,
a shameless self-plug.
come up to the club, buy a box. Don't be a
Hey.
cheapskate like me, because I'm not buying a box.
We could advertise here.
100 roses.
All right.
And North Carolina's winning the whole thing. Bet the house on
Take it to
it.
the bank.
Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to you.
I'd just like to take a second to thank our sponsors again. Jewel, The alternative to smoking helps
Hinge.
you very much.
Hinge, the only successful
Hinge.
way to online date.
The only successful way to online date and fall in love. Thank you.
And fleshlight.
And Fleshlight.
What was that fall in love
Use
part?
the code
What we missed?
Roxbury Softball to unlock the 20% off Adriana Chechik Fleshlight.
Oh, for the
And
love
it,
of
is,
God.
and it is dishwater compatible.
Dishwasher.
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 This has been something else, and I'm into it.
Let's keep it going.
I mean,
I don't know if I want my wife to clean my.
I know Anthony wanted to talk a little hockey real quick before we left, just
Yeah.
because this is the first year ever that the
I
Islanders
kinda
are
wanted
actually
to talk
well.
about-
Podcast.
I wanted
Yeah.
to talk about the John Tavares thing last night.
Fucking out of here.
What are your opinions on how the fans handled John Tavares last night?
I'll tell you something.
Classless.
I had two things that I thought they did wrong, and I think you'll agree. Someone threw a snake on the ice. Don't throw shit on the ice.
I agree.
Someone threw a jersey at John Tavares. Don't throw a jersey at the player. Anything else, all the chants, everything, that's fine. You know what I liked and I respected? And it pains me to say because I hate the Islanders with everything I have in me, but when they gave the video tribute, and then, the teams are like tapping their sticks on the ice, whatever. You know who didn't tap their stick? The kid that won the Calder.
Matt Barzell.
So good for him because Tavares kind of fucking scumbagged him. So I
What's with
respected that.
What's with the video trip? He left voluntarily.
Well,
They didn't trade him away.
Listen.
He said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna go play over here."
Yes, but he played 9 years, and he was the team for 9 years. You give the guy a video tribute when he comes back.
I didn't think Jose Reyes should have
He
a
was the
video
whole
tribute.
team.
I think he should have had a video tribute.
It was nice. It was classy to do. The Rangers would do the same
Maybe the
thing.
last time he
The
played.
Rangers will give Adam McQuaid a tribute when he
away.
comes back. He played 4 games.
That's because they're trying to sell tickets.
Well, times are tough.
I agree with everything you said, Rick. to
You
be
do.
honest.
I didn't think it was too bad. I
you
like the
hit-
chance. I like the
I
passion.
honestly
like it.
think
I
they
think-
did everything right. Speaking as a Ranger fan, I
did.
would have fucking abused him.
Just don't throw.
Abused
Just don't throw stuff.
Nah, I
Even
would've
if
threw
the Rangers if a Ranger.
If you're gonna throw something,
No.
it's got to be a battery.
No, this is
Like
like
a
John,
D
it's not
battery.
John Rocker. This is not the Mets and John Rocker back in the 90s. If Ranger fans threw stuff on the ice, I'd be mad. You don't throw stuff on the ice.
I did think the plastic snakes was kind of funny.
It's funny, but you know what? At the same time, also get over a little bit.
It's not a dead octopus.
But
or
don't
anything.
throw
They
shit.
didn't throw it during the game. It was during warm-ups.
I know, but just don't throw anything. That's the only thing I had a problem with. The chants, everything else, that's fine. Boo him every time. he
You
gets on
think
the ice. Who
fans
gives
had a
shit?
right to be upset?
If I was an Islander fan, I'd be upset.
100%.
He told them he was staying. He said, "Don't trade me. I want to stay. I can't picture myself being on any other team.
I'd be upset.
I love Long Island."
Alex
And then-
did the same thing to the Young Guns.
And then and then Toronto came around and he's like, "Yeah, I'm leaving. Bye."
I get why you went to Toronto. Maybe he didn't handle it right, so the fans have the right to be upset. I think.
He's no Travis Hamonic.
He
I'll
had the
leave it at
right.
that.
He had the right to leave. They had the right to be angry.
There you go. I didn't have any problem with what they did. I don't watch it. I would never put on an Islander game just to put it on. I put it on to see how they would do it, and it was fun. It was
I
funny.
watched Jeopardy instead.
What'd you think about Sean Avery's comments?
Loved every
Loved
second
every
of it.
second
Only
of it. He
because
was funny.
I love that man. I really do. He's one of my favorite players of all time. You can only appreciate him if he was yours.
He called
The Coliseum
greasy.
a dump.
It is a dump.
It is a dump.
100%
By the way,
spot
I
on
know
correct.
that they've like redone stuff, but back in the day when he played, that place was a dump.
It
yes.
still is a dump.
So they put lipstick on a pig. The outside looks really nice now.
It's not
Inside
bad.
the same.
The inside is nicer than the outside.
The outside looks better
It
now
just
than it ever
sucks
did.
because there's only one bathroom. I don't understand it. How do you have one bathroom in a building like that? It makes no sense to me.
I know from experience. It's great for Disney on Ice. It's not so good for NHL hockey.
Yo, it's great to watch a
good for the
game.
maintenance
It's not a
work.
bad
First
seat
of all,
in the house.
Ranger Islander games, the Coliseum are awesome.
Yes. Any
It's
game.
mostly
in the
Ranger
Coliseum's
fans, as
awesome.
Sean Avery stated. You get out cheered by Ranger fans when you play at the Coliseum.
That's when we were bad.
But you get to tell
He
you.
said the Coliseum. I thought he said at a bar.
No, at the Coliseum.
When we were bad,
in
yes.
the bar,
He
in
called
your
it a
own
barn.
barn.
Dude,
Oh,
that
they
place
said
was
bar.
rocking last night.
It
you
was.
can't say anything about
Listen,
that.
and when they played in the playoffs the year they won that series, the only
they're
one that they've
good-
ever won,
When they're good, people show up.
and they're loud,
Yes.
Well,
and they were loud last night.
It's a tiny space.
Yeah, but still, that's every Islander fan that exists goes to that building. That's it. There's no one else that's. It's
I
like,
was
it's like the
not there.
Packers. Every Packer fan is at Lambeau. Every Islander fan goes to the Coliseum. No one else is home. That's it. There's 10,000 of them. That's it.
That's fake
Hey,
news.
13,000.
Yeah, but you know what? The Islanders are looking good. Anthony, I'll give it to you. The Rangers are, outside looking in. That's one of those years.
Rebuilding. Come on.
That's fine.
I thought the Rangers had a good deadline. I thought they did.
And I give the Islanders maybe one playoff round before they're ousted by Tampa or someone else.
Tampa's
I think
winning
this
the
is
whole
Tampa's
thing.
year, and I hope they win because that gives the Rangers another first-round pick. Let's get it.
Do it.
Rangers South over there. Although the Rangers hung tough with them the other night into overtime and should have won.
I bet
It
the
was
Rangers
bullshit.
tonight they better win.
That was an interference call that wasn't made.
I don't know.
All right, moving on.
That's
It's a
it.
collision.
That's it. That's the end. That's moving on
Really
to
the
nothing.
end? We're not even okay.
What do you want to talk about,
Gotta
Zach?
be something
Do you
else.
have something else?
The Islanders play the Capitals in
don't.
about 4 minutes.
There
so
is nothing on softball that we could possibly talk about right now. Nothing.
You guys brought nothing to the table tonight. I'm ashamed of all of you.
Especially Murphy.
I never bring anything to the table.
You bring all the equipment to the table. That's
Yes,
all we need.
That's what we need. We need that.
So shut up.
I'm not the idea guy. I'm just trying to figure
I
out
was just kidding. I
how
didn't
to
bring
comment
anything to the
without
table.
making a
It's
racist
fine. Also, let's pour one out for Timmy Harrison.
Let's not say we did.
All right, get the hell out, Timmy. Gets a city job. We never see him again.
Man, I work too much. Man, I don't sleep enough. Man.
Garbage, but I don't pick up garbage.
It's too bad Bags couldn't be here.
Anyway, listen, we missed Bags.
Bags is home eating a cheese
We
platter.
half missed Timmy. Bags eating a cheese platter because all his friends aren't coming over tomorrow.
Bombers are on curfew,
Salami.
so they couldn't make it tonight.
Well, I hope some people show up for this meeting.
Bags is ready for the rain. It's coming.
First mayor's meeting of 2019 about to take place in a little bit. If we have a quorum,
And the mayor will
And if
be
we
here.
don't, we play poker.
the mayor will not be here. I will run the meeting in his stead. And I want to thank everybody for being here. Al, Anthony, AJ, Zach, Murph, later on. William Trotter the fourth. William Trotter the fourth. Dick. And, of course, Cobby Cobberts, the Cobb Nest Monster, and my boy for life.
And Donatina Stromboli.
We promise that if you are listening to this podcast, it can only go up from here in 2019. Once the hot stove picks up, we'll have some, concrete stuff for you on actual
Everyone have
softball.
a safe, happy St. Patty's Day in Rockaway.
Yeah, don't
Safe
be a
out there,
dick.
please.
And
Let's
we pray that Billy finds an actual girl to make love to,
yes.
because he needs it.
Well, I think our sponsors just could get me a fleshlight, so why do I need a girl?
I thought you said you got laid.
Once again, thank you, sponsors.
What are you gonna do with the
Fleshlight
girl in your closet?
And Jewel, thank you very much.
And they do
All right.
go in
I
the
think
dishwasher.
then it's only right that this song takes us out. Sundays for the Men 2019. We'll be back with an actual show very soon.
Who is this one for? 'Cause it's not for Trotter.
All right, let's put Jeopardy on, please.
The Islanders are going on. I don't know